Hello everyone, and welcome to the last video for March. I can't believe March is almost over. So this is kind of a miscellaneous video. There are some things that I just wanted to share and some research that I found that didn't really fit into a category. This whole month we've been talking about experiencing a toxin-free clean, whether that's in your actual cleaning products or your personal care products, things around the home. So I wanted to share a couple of the main products that we switched out when we were starting our healthy living journey. And today I was kind of thinking about where we used to be and how far we've come. And it kind of reminded me, do you know when you look in the sky and you see stars, and the longer you look, the more stars come into focus? When you start a healthy living journey, it's kind of the same thing. Like at first you can just see the really big things and you work on those, and then once you master those and you keep at it, then some smaller things start sneaking in, and you start seeing how you are using products that are not good for you, but maybe you had never thought about. So it's just kind of like a slow awakening or a slow understanding of what's happening, so it's not bombarding you all at once. At least that's how it was for us. We started with certain areas, and then it's just slowly become way more part of our life than we ever thought it would be. So the first area that I would encourage you to look at is your soap. Most all soaps that you buy anymore have an ingredient triclosan, which is very bad for your hormones and your body, and it's in a lot of them. So we actually make our own soap with unscented castile soap and a few other ingredients, and mostly water, because when you buy soaps, they are mostly water. That's what you're paying for and lugging around from the store. So it's nice to be able to make our own soap. I just refilled our kitchen soap just a moment ago. The next area that was super hard was candles. We loved to burn candles in the home for the smell, and we have swapped those out with diffusers and essential oils. So I love to use essential oils all the time. Sometimes we use them if we're having some like respiratory junk going on. Sometimes it's just a mood boosting. Sometimes it's just I like the smell. I really like trees like pine, and citrus smells like orange. So it's nice to be able to tailor the scent of your home for whatever your mood is for the day. Another area that we switched out was laundry detergent. If you're thinking about your clothes, how many hours are we having these clothes on, right? You wear them all day long, so all that time they're contacting your skin, which is the largest organ, and it does absorb things. So if you're using laundry detergent with toxic ingredients, then that can be absorbed through your skin and getting into your body. And if you're wearing it all day, that's long-term exposure, right? So it's not a good thing. So check out your laundry detergent, see what the ingredients are, and make sure that you are comfortable with them. We actually have a concentrated one that we buy that I double to get twice as many uses out of them, which is always fun when you can make things stretch even further. And keeping with the laundry theme, the next area that we changed out was we got rid of fabric softener and dryer sheets. Those are both super horrible for your hormones. So if you are using those, I'd encourage you to check out wool dryer balls. You can buy them all kinds of places now. You can even make your own if you're a DIYer with some yarn and women's nylons and lots of like hot washing and drying to make it like a wool dryer ball. And then if I want to, I add essential oils to those dryer balls as well to help scent the laundry. So those are just a few miscellaneous things that I didn't mention throughout the other videos for this month, but I thought they were important to note. Those areas of the home were huge as far as eliminating toxins in our home and making a huge impact on our overall health. I found another study. It's a little bit old. This one's from 1999, and they found that aerosol cans and air fresheners increased headaches and depression in expectant mothers, so women who are pregnant. And then they also increased earaches and diarrhea in infants. So that was a long time ago, but I just wanted to throw that in there to remind you that the products that you're using can be impacting your health in a good way or in a bad way, and you have to be researching and looking into things so that you know that you're using the best things in your home. Another study I found was in 2000, so still a little bit dated. They said that 10% of toxic exposures reported to the U.S. Poison Control were from cleaners. Over half were children under 6, And the chemicals from cleaners also pollute waterways. I feel like I've mentioned this in another video. So we want to make sure that we're not only taking care of ourselves, but that we're taking care of our environment as well. A third of the ingredients used in the fragrance industry are toxic. Isn't that awful? A third of the ingredients. But they're still protected and they're still allowed to use them. It's so frustrating. So as a consumer, you must do your own research and know exactly what you are bringing into your home and what you're putting on your body, what you're putting in your body. It's all very important to your overall well-being because your body has lots of intricate processes, and when we use these products that are not doing good for our body, they can be affecting lots of other areas in our health. And I just wanted to leave you with another thought. Just because something is not happening right away doesn't mean that it's good for you. So some things, be careful how I word this here. Some things that we do, some things that we use can have negative impacts later on down the road. So maybe it takes a month, maybe it takes 2 months, maybe it takes 6 months, but that little exposure over time adds up in your body and it can create a lot of physical problems. So if you're looking at things and you're like, oh, I've been using this all the time, but you're not making the connections that maybe when you started using it 2 years ago, you started getting really tired, you started having lots of headaches. Those are things that you may not think to connect to products that you're using, but you've got to be mindful that those ingredients can have side effects, and we are not always protected from those by the governing agencies that regulate what products, what companies can put in their products. So be aware, be mindful, and just pay attention to your body because your body's going to give you signs and signals, and it's our job to figure out what they are and what your body's trying to tell you. So many chronic illnesses can be linked to these hazardous ingredients. So I warn you again, I'd recommend researching all the ingredients of your products. And if you are super overwhelmed, just pick a certain spot in your house. Maybe you start underneath your kitchen sink and you just pull out a bottle of cleaner and you look up all those ingredients, and then you see how that impacts your health. And you decide if you're going to look for an alternative or if you're okay with those ingredients and you're going to keep using that same product. Read the labels. Just like when you are trying to eat healthy, you should be reading the labels of the food products you're buying. Read the labels of every product that you have for your house. Makeup is important, food is important, your cleaners are important, because what is in our house is what we are breathing in through the air, and what's touching our skin, our body is absorbing. And obviously, if you're ingesting it like you're eating it, your body's getting that too. And remember, your body has a way of getting rid of toxins. The problem is we are so toxic that the body can't get rid of it quick enough before you're putting more in. If you want more information, or if you'd like the link to my free webinar, I will stick that in the comments. You can always reach out to me. And I hope that this was giving you some value this month. And as we're thinking about spring and fresh starts and spring cleaning, I thought this was a great topic to cover. Toxin-free living at its finest. Springtime is a great time to start. Anytime is really a great time to start. And remember, small changes add up to huge impacts in your life and your well-being.